People, welcome back to Politics Watch. Now, today I'm going to talk about downtown Kingston and how it has turned into the Wild Wild West. Now, I was reading an article on Loop where some business owners were basically saying how frightened they were and how thieves and criminals were running rampant downtown, how they were breaking into stores left, right and center. They even told a story about a group of criminals who brought their own electrician, right? And this electrician basically disconnect the power towards the building. That way the alarm won't go off when they break into the business place. Now, what these business owners don't want to say or can't say, or maybe they said it but official news sources just can't really talk about it like that, is that really, since Dodo's gone, downtown has gotten a lot worse, right? So when I hear business owners, people I know who work downtown, who do ply their trade in that area, when they're speaking, and they're speaking frankly, them say it straight. Since Dodo's gone, downtown Kingston has taken a turn for the worse. Now, what this demonstrates to you is just how poorly and just how incompetent our government and security forces are at protecting the people. That a criminal did a better job protecting the people of downtown Kingston than the government itself. Let me say this again. A criminal did a better job protecting the people, protecting business places in downtown Kingston than the government itself. The government, with all its resources, with all the taxpayers' money collect, with all the rights and privileges that government has, with all the powers that government has, they can't do a job nowhere near as good as a criminal. When Dodos was around, downtown Kingston was run under much better order and structure. Now, this is not to say that Jamaica needs more people like Dodos. Obviously, clearly, that is not what I'm saying, right? But we must look at the facts here. Essentially, how Dodos and presidential clique managed to get downtown to run under such order is, one, they extorted business owners, yes. They collected money from them and in return they got protection. But then ask yourself this question: how is that any different from the government? Think about that for a second. So, presidential clique collected money from business owners and in return it said, this money will protect you. If you pay us, we'll protect you. So now I'm asking the question, how is that any different from what the government does? The government collects extortion, aka taxes, and says, well, the reason why I take this money is because in return you will get this, this and this, and if you don't give me this, you can't get that. Isn't that the argument the government uses for taxes? Okay, cool. So, if one of the things you're supposed to provide is protection, and you can't provide that, what does that say about the government? Remember, this is your word, Mr. Politician. Give us your taxes and we will protect you. Just like how Dodos and presidential clique said, give us X amount every month and we will protect you. The only difference is Dodos actually delivered on his promise. Any vendor, any store owner will tell you when presidential clique was around, nobody never that broke in on a place. the whole part of robbery and all them things that were going downtown never used to happen. And even if it did happen, people that get back them things within hours. I've seen it myself. People get robbed and within 10 minutes, them find back the phone. Phone return, handbag return, everything that the handbag. I don't know what kind of system Presidential Click had, but it's like them did link with every thief downtown. And if a man thief something downtown within 5-10 minutes, then them know who, and one word and it come back. I don't know how them do it. Maybe they need to teach the government, I don't know. Now, of course, you can argue, well, the means that Dodos and Presidential Click use, the government can't use them. Right? The government has to stay within the Constitution. The government has to follow certain human rights. Dodos didn't. You could make that point. However, government step outside of the law all the time. The Constitution said them not for thief and them still thief. The law said them not for corrupt and them still corrupt. So, I don't know, all of a sudden they're big fans of sticking to the law. But these business owners downtown, what they really want to say is they miss Dodos. That them want to say them. And they do. Enough people who work in that area will tell you they miss Dodos. Even just the casual pedestrian who travel between downtown will tell you they miss the days when them could have walked safer through town. No, it's like Christmas every day for thief downtown. That is how you know you have a government that is borderline on running a failed state. Borderline. Or some could even argue it's a failed state. When a criminal can outshine you, and a criminal can do a better job of protecting a whole area better than you can. Dodos them never have the power for putting a state of emergency. The government has that power, and them still can't keep crime down. Them still can't stop all the robbery and the thieving and the kidnapping. All these things, them can't stop it. And they have all these powers. When you remove a strong man from an area, it creates a vacuum. Right? When you have somebody that rule with an iron fist, if you get rid of that person, you have to put a system in place to fill that vacuum. All them people that who rely upon Presidential Click forget this and forget that. When you remove Presidential Click, guess what happened to them people now? Now they have to start looking upon them own. All the little petty thief them who couldn't work when Dodos was around, now they can work. Because who ever talk to them? Now it's every man for themselves. Right? It's one thing to get rid of a Danina, but there must be a system put in place to replace the power vacuum and deal with the inevitable lust and thirst for power that was going to take place afterwards. This is why West Kingston is being torn to pieces. Because you remove one man, but now 10 smaller snakes rise up in its place. And those 10 smaller snakes are more vicious, they're more ruthless. They're merciless. So this is something that we've seen time and time again. What's going to happen to downtown Kingston? Is it going to get any better? I don't see it happening. All them different garrisons and all them different youth from all over the place who come at town come thief. They don't have a single voice to talk to them. And they have no respect or fear for the law. So, I don't know. It look rough. But all I know is it's very embarrassing to the government to see that one man and one crew can do a better job than them. People, it's sad. Anyway, This is Politics Watch. Patreon squad. Big up on yourself. Like, comment, share as usual, people. Bless up until next time. This is Sir P.